So maybe you're a business owner and you're trying to figure out what a social media manager actually does and if it's worth paying for. Or maybe you're a college student trying to figure out what the heck you want to do and you're thinking about if social media is a good industry for you. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys what a social media manager does and what our day-to-day tasks kind of look like. My name is Sam DeSalvo. I'm the owner of East Coast Creative Media, and I'll be explaining what our company does in social media management. So just to preface that, every company is going to do things just a little bit different from the other, so keep that in mind when you're looking for a company to work with. Every package of services is going to be different, so finding something that works best for you and what you think you need the most in your business is going to be so important. So to get started, I guess we can kind of talk about how I got into what I do. So I started as a real estate agent when I was 18 years old, and you could kind of say I had a lot of time on my hands. I wasn't really sure of what I should be doing, but I did know that I needed to promote my name and get my name out there. So I started creating posts for Facebook and Instagram and just kind of pushing out content. So I really wanted to give real estate a full shot. So I told myself I would stay in it until I sold at least one house. And I did just that. When I sold one house, I reevaluated and I was like, you know, real estate sales, not really for me, but I think I do have some talent here in like social media. And other people started to notice that too. So I started doing work for people in my sphere. And when I started doing it, I did a lot of work for cheap or for free, trying to figure out the industry and trying to figure out what are the services that people need and how can I offer them to them. So then over time, it has grown into what it is today, understanding that when you're on a path, you may not understand why you're there at the moment, but I think looking back, you're like, oh, I understand why I had to take that step to be where I am today. And I think that's just important to keep in mind when you feel like you're not where you're meant to be yet. So starting off, market research is a huge part of social media management. So market research is understanding what is happening in your industry, figuring out the questions that people are asked, what people want to see more of, what people want to see less of. And along with that, it's also keeping up with the trends and understanding the kind of content that people want to see. Us as social media managers do a lot of work, all the new features that are happening on social platforms, and in being aware of all the questions that are happening in each business's industry. Market research also plays a big part of the strategy of social media and just staying one step ahead of your competitors. After market research comes content creation. And at our company, we will actually go to local businesses and help you create content. And content includes videos, photos, graphics, and even reels. Content is super important because it is expressing your brand's story to your audience. Nowadays, it is really important to have high quality content. It helps you stand out from your competitors, and there's just so much content out there nowadays that having high quality content will leverage your competition and you'll be like one step ahead of them. And someone's gonna wanna work with someone who seems like they really put in the work for their content. So hiring a professional to help you out with content is something that I definitely would suggest. And if you're looking to become a social media manager, it's definitely a skill set that I would start practicing and always continue to grow at because it is very valuable and very important in today's day and age. Another important skill set that social media managers should work at is copywriting. So if you've been in business for a while or you're on social media, you may have heard the word copywriting, but it just seems so broad. So copywriting essentially is a written type of text that is designed to persuade, influence, and inform your audience. So we're trying to get your audience to do a specific task, which usually is sales and conversion. So most people just see a caption, but there's actually more that goes into it behind the scenes. It is written out in a way that is going to persuade your audience to do a specific task. If you're putting the time and effort into curating amazing content, you want to make sure that the caption is going to tell your audience what to do and what's the next step to take. In order to do copywriting well, you need to understand your audience and understand their emotions, how to leverage them. So again, if this is something that you're interested in, that is another great skill set that I would continue to work on and continue to try to improve for your client. Scheduling and publishing posts is another important task for social media managers. You know what you're posting, you know where you're posting it, and you know who who you're posting it to. So now it's time to understand when you should be posting it. So for some businesses, it's really good for them to post during business hours. And then for other businesses, it might want to wait until people are home relaxing and on their cell phones. Understanding your demographics and your audience is another great way to be able to put your content in front of the right people at the right time. And other things to be aware of with scheduling and publishing is taking into consideration like holidays, events, monthly campaigns like Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Things like that are great things to keep in mind when scheduling and publishing your content. At our company, we use a third-party software, and this allows us to post on your behalf but not have actual access to your platforms. So this is great for you guys to be able to keep confidentiality with your clients, and that way your posts are set and forget, and then you don't even have to worry about it. You're able to view a month's worth of content in advance, see what's going to be rolled out, and see if there's anything that you would want to be edited, and then it's posted on your behalf and you don't even have to worry about it. So I think many people tend to think that a social media manager is someone that just like posts once a day. But as you guys learn, there is so much more that goes into that. I think the main key takeaway to understand what social media managers do is that they help brands become more visible to their audience, and with every online interaction, they're creating trust that leads to sales and conversions. And for business owners that are already wearing multiple hats, adding a task load like this can be very overwhelming and almost paralyzing. If you're a business owner and you are ready to let go of your social media duties, I would love to have the opportunity to kind of chit chat with you and figure out what social media looks like for you. Use the link in the description box below to set up a call. If you are thinking about getting into social media management and if you have any questions, comment them down below. And if there are any videos you specifically would want to see about growing your business on social media, comment them. I would love to make a video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.